Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. Reading all the GME DD on WSB. Yeah, pretty mellow day today. Long term's up a little bit. After hours kind of selling off. Not sure why. We're actually up quite a bit today on the long term, and then I think Tesla maybe sold off. That was what kind of drove it. Middle of the day. I wasn't really paying attention, but something happened here. Kind of had a sell off. On the long term, I picked up 10 more shares of IMMR. This is a haptic feedback company. Haptic feedback, like what's in your PS5 controller, remote controller, remote. The haptic feedback's in phones. It's in like cars and stuff now. So yeah, I wanted an even 100 on this one. It's a growth stock for the long term. Not a huge position, just 100 shares. But I averaged down on that because average cost was 11, and yeah, so it's a nice price. I'll probably start selling premium on a big green day. Maybe I'll sell a call. So yeah, that makes, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I've got 3 stocks on here I have 100 shares of. So that's nice. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to get 100 shares of almost all of them. Probably not Tesla, but just so I can sell premium on them. UWMC also, which I will sell on that on a green day. So the other ones expired worthless, the other ones we had in here. GME today, yeah, kind of melted down. Like I was saying before, now that it crossed over, it's kind of bearish. Once the 9 moving average crossed over the 180, it's bearish, but it's really just consolidating. So it's holding this support right here, this 187 area. That's a good solid support there, and that's the same price we had on this initial first spike, 186, kind of that area. So it's really just consolidating tighter and tighter. So this is good because option premium is getting crushed. So if you're trying to get in naked options, it's helping. They're getting cheaper. It's still not cheap. Let's see, IV on these things is still probably crazy high. Looking at the options chain here on E-Trade. Yeah, 300%. So it's still high. It's not like 600% anymore, which is good. Oh, up here it is. But 300 still high. But yeah, every day it just gets a tighter range. It's going to come down. But I think tomorrow might be the last day for that. Typically, earnings affect stocks either up or down. They usually don't stay flat from them. Since GME has been so volatile, it's hard to know really, but I'm assuming there's going to be some news from Ryan Cohen. That's kind of what we're all expecting, some great news that'll make this thing go crazy and start the gamma and then short squeeze. So it could be by Friday. This could be the Friday where it's Friday could be the peak, Friday could be the beginning, Friday could be nothing. It could be bad also. Earnings, so earnings come out. If they're positive, better. If they beat expectations, sometimes stocks sell off. It's already been priced in, whatever. This stock's so volatile though, it's not been doing this because of earnings, as you know. It hasn't had these crazy runs. It's not at $200 a share because of earnings anticipation. So it's kind of hard to know how it's going to react to earnings, if it will at all. I think the earnings call, the call with, any news announcements they have, whether it's buying up this company or partnering with them, or whatever their plan is, that could be priced in with this too. So it could drop it honestly could tank GME. It's hard to know after earnings. Doesn't change anything with the gamma squeeze, the short squeeze, or my outlook on the company. I guess it would somewhat if Ryan Cohen just gave guidance and said some awful ideas that I didn't think were good, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think he'll probably give us insight into what he's planning on doing, and it's probably going to be awesome. I might stream the earnings call. I think it's tomorrow after hours, so make sure to sub up and hit the notification bell. And yeah, I might stream it. That might be kind of fun. And yeah, this might be it. So earnings is definitely a catalyst. The DTCC filing, if they recall the shares, that could be a huge catalyst. I think I've actually put it in my calendar. when that goes, becomes active, I guess, the DTC ruling. And I just saw it on a Wall Street Bets due diligence, so I didn't actually look at it myself, so take it with some salty grains. But what they said was it was on the 8th of April, so the DTCC rule comes into effect. So then I think pretty much what happens is then DTCC can recall all the failed to delivers. They can say we want those shares. So whether they do that or not, whether DTCC says, look, all of you that have shorted and have always failed delivers, we want the shares. Whether they do that or not, just the fact that will now be a possibility will probably, unless it's more manipulated on that front too, it's hard to know. But if it's not, theoretically that should make the hedgies and whoever start covering where it's been shady. I would assume so, because if they have to recall all at once, it's going to be much more violent volatility, and yeah, it'll be bad. So basically, they'll be on the hook. And someone else was mentioning in the comments that the new ruling on the DTCC, now stocks don't have to submit a report once a month or whatever it was before, but they only have to but they have to submit it once the DTCC requests it from a lawsuit, or I don't know all the different reasons. I had to read the whole thing, but so that's everything. That's kind of bad news. It kind of is, but it doesn't. I don't feel like that's too bad that if they don't have to report once a month. Like, I don't know. I feel like the fact that the DTCC can now just do it when they want, and it's got to be shares right away. Like, that could be. That basically you can't run these huge open tabs anymore, because if they can do it at any point, then that's a huge risk they'd be running, and I don't think they would do that. Anyways, but yeah, GME holding the support, kind of consolidating down. 9's over the 180 now, or under the 180, so it's bearish, but it's not though, because it's holding the support. I expect kind of the same price action tomorrow, maybe a bump and then a drop, but I think it hopefully will hold this support. They're not on the short seller restriction list, I don't believe, no. And there's a lot of, I've been seeing so much different information about how many shares there are available to short. I've seen like 10,000, I've seen like 5 million, I've seen 10 million. I don't know. I think they're still capable of doing a short attack, short ladder attack, whatever you want to call it. So we could expect that. I don't know. But if not, I think it will probably be somewhat like this. I mean, both these days were pretty similar. This one had bigger swing, but kind of this run up, a down. But it basically kept it above this range of 187-ish. I mean, it dipped down there, but there was no support. So 189, 190, 187 in that area. So this will probably come up. And then if I was watching the market today, I would have actually probably done a put credit spread down here, because I think it has a support pretty well. But that's a little risky when earnings are coming up, because it could honestly make the stock go down. So we'll see. MACD's come up. It's now kind of getting in this equilibrium, which is a good sign for consolidation and support. When these lines get real close and towards the middle. Yeah. And then another actually indicator I wanted to look at was the OBV. You guys are mentioning, or I've been hearing about it, and there it is right there. So OBV, that's interesting. I need to study up on this indicator. Basically, it accounts for the volume if it's bullish or bearish. So if it's a green candle with volume, then this goes up however many shares. Or if it's a red candle with volume, it goes down however many shares. And what they were saying is it very good that even though it's been red and it's been consolidating, this OBV is high on the daily up here, because that means that when there's volume, it's bullish, it's green volume. And we've seen that. I mean, all the short attacks and the sell-offs, it's been fake. There hasn't been volume on it. So this OBV kind of shows that. And then also we should have to look at volume in general. We haven't had the volume, so we need volume for this to run. And news catalysts from earnings and all that could be it. But I won't talk about GME anymore. Our positions on it are pretty awful, just because, it's not doing anything. So where are we? We've got this just because the spread, it says we're positive, but we're not positive on that. Got these debit spreads, and then we've got 2 naked calls for this week. But this might go into next week. We'll see. I might slow down. I think after earnings, I will probably kind of wait until it starts to move, because I'll be able to catch a call then, or a couple of them maybe. And yeah. So other news, TKAT. If you guys watched our other video and held on to this, wow, this thing went crazy today. Up 65% today, 26% after hours. We called it out, or I said I was getting into it right here. I think it was on Twitter. I talked about it, and then that recap. So I said I was getting into it like here. I saw it came up at a nice kind of support, and then I thought, okay, this is a nice. This dip was actually still holding on support, sort of, kind of on the pre-market. So I got in around here somewhere. Did this run up, and then it did this, and then I got out this day. Just so much stuff going on. I was like, GME, like, wasn't sure. And I feel like the market will be corrected quite a bit if GME goes crazy. So I got out here, but then today it went up 60%. So comment below if you have TKAT. If you have TKAT in your portfolio and got this 60%. Well, 60, 70, 80% run. Oh my goodness. Comment TKAT down below if you're in that. That'd be sick. I'm not. I'm waiting. So I'll wait for big pullback. See what happens with that one. But yeah, this one, this Weeble account looks good today. We're at 9,300 on it. You can't really see that, but HOL Felicity went up a bunch today, setting up kind of a little bull flag there, which is nice. This is the spec. Yeah, they're merging with I can't remember at this point, Astra, which is rockets. So this will be the first publicly traded rocket company, I believe. So this could go crazy. Kathy Woods has the ETF coming out, all that with space stuff. So it's in a nice spot. It's kind of flat, kind of held its range. Or stayed in this range now and consolidated, so it could be ready to go up significantly. I like that. A lot of these plays I've had have just been tanking the last month. Just these ones on this account: NBY, FRSX, SFTW, HOL, Tilray, and Tilray. Yeah. And then on Thinkorswim, I picked up. So Roblox is down a little bit. I still like Roblox. With this account, I'm going to just do free shares. So stuff that it's kind of like a swing trade account, but then it will be like long term, because I'm going to swing trade it, and instead of making profits, I'm just going to get back my initial capital and hold the shares. So that's kind of what I want to try with this for now. I did that with SLGG, and so yeah, we've got 70 shares of free of that. I'm going to do it with Roblox. GME on this account, probably not. I'm just going to try and profit on this when it squeezes. But that's my idea with AFRM. I picked up AFRM today, 25 shares of this. This was a SPAC, and on SPACs, or I'm sorry, an IPO. When they IPO, it's typically better to wait, I feel like, and this is a good point right here. So it IPO'd here at like $90, and I just picked it up for cheaper than IPO, 80 something dollars. That's a huge run up, and then sometimes they melt off even quicker. But yeah, this one held the support here. I don't know if there was news on it up here or what, but yeah, I'm still bullish on it. Chart looks really nice though. I like this chart. Looks like it hit a bottom here. Is now consolidating a nice range. I might be a little bit early on it, but I don't think I'm too bad. RSI is kind of coming up. MACD is flattening out. Yeah, I like it. And on the hourly charts, beautiful. 9 just crossed over the 180, which is what's that? Golden cross. And then this nice big green candle followed by this consolidation is a bull flag. So I'm liking it. I don't know when I'll sell out. I mean, I wish I held SLGG longer. That one kind of scared me though, because it was so choppy. So right here, I sold SLGG. I missed on this whole day. But yeah, I timed it pretty close. I'm not gonna wait for like, I probably won't at least wait for like, oh, 50% and then sell the rest, because it might take a long time to get 50%, or 50% might come really quick and that's too soon, and I'll just keep waiting. So that's kind of, I'm gonna wait for the exit, looking for validation, like it's hit a top and it's gonna come back down, and then I will sell enough to make it free. So in this case, it'll be $2,058.75 worth. So if it's up 50%, that'll be what, like 12 shares or so. Did I get that right? No, that's, yeah, up 100%. Yeah. Yeah, because with SLGG, I had 200 shares, I think, which was like 30%. So I sold off 130, kept 70 for free. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm gonna do with Roblox and Affirm in this account, which will be fun. I'm excited for tomorrow. Earnings should be, woo, it's gonna be fun. Might stream it. We'll see. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure to sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Do this. This is happy money. Happy money. That's Rocket Mortgage. And we will see you tomorrow. Follow us on Twitter at Happy Money YT. Peace out.